All right, guys. So today we are talking about box plots. Yesterday you should have learned from the video what a box plot is, but today we're going to review on the first 2 pages. Now, my traditional students are doing this paper pencil, so it's going to be easy for them to watch this and copy it on their page. But for my virtual students, you may have to split your screen or watch this video first and then go to the Wiser Me page in order to fill this out. So the first 2 pages are just note pages and they have to be filled out. Do not think just because they're notes in practice that they do not. One thing about the Wiser Me is that it's not going to let you actually make your box plot on the graph below. I still haven't figured out how to have that drawing tool where we can make our box plots, but we'll figure it out. So the first thing is a box plot displays a data distribution using 5 key numbers. And that's something that you should have learned from the video yesterday. Okay, the difference between the first and third quartile is called the interquartile range. And all that interquartile range is the distance between the start of Q1 and the end of Q3. So everything inside the box is called the interquartile range. Now, your smallest piece of data, which is your first number in your number set or your set of data numbers, is called your minimum. That's the smallest number in your data set. Now, median of the lower half of data, okay? Lower half of data means to the left side of the median, so your lower numbers. We call this Q1 or quartile 1. Okay, that's your first quartile, quartile 1. Median of the data is simply called the median, and that is the middle number. When I line my numbers up from least to greatest, my middle number is my median. And on a box plot, the line right here represents my median. So for this, my median would be 15. Median of the upper half of the data, which means everything to the right side of the median, my higher numbers, I find the middle number, or if there's 2, I take the 2 middle numbers and divide them by 2, and that is my median. So median of the upper half of data is called quartile 3, or just Q3. And then your largest piece of data, which is your largest number, we call that the maximum. So in this case, the maximum looks to be about, I would say 18, considering how spread apart these are. So then it says, so let's practice, okay? Use the data below to create a 5-number summary and sketch a box plot. So it says the following data set represents the number of animal crackers in the snack size box. Now, the first thing that you need to do is line the data numbers up from least to greatest. They are not in order from least to greatest. Okay, so if I were you, I would get a piece of paper and line these up from least to greatest. So it looks like to me that the least number is 34. And then we have 45. This is going to be messy. And then we have 47. We have 2 48s. And then we have a 49 and a 50. Okay. Now, first thing I need to do, now you can start with the minimum number and the maximum number. I know those are easiest to find, but I always say start with the median. Okay, now an easy way to find your median, to find the middle number instead of counting the numbers, you can make X's going from left to right. So I start all the way to the left, and this will help me find my middle number because I should have equal number of X'd out numbers on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to X out this, X out this. So I have 3 numbers on each side. So this number is my median, which is 48. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Well, 48 is your median. I can't get back to there we go. Okay, so the median is 48. The minimum number is your smallest number in your data set, right? Which would be 34. Q1 would be the median of the left side of the data. So everything on this side, and it's easy to see here. We have a middle number. Now you could rewrite these and X out, but the middle number on this side of the median, we never count the median. We do the numbers to the left, right? This is my lower half. My median of quartile 1 would be 45. My median of quartile 3, I do the same thing. I look for that middle number. It would be 49. And then my max number is my highest number in the set of data, which would be 50. Okay, you're going to do the same thing on number 2. So I'm not going to do that with you because there's way too many numbers to write there. And I can't get my tools to show back up. I don't know where they went, but they're somewhere. Okay. So moving on here. I need you to do number 2 on your own. So the first thing you're going to do, step 1, is to line the data set up from least to greatest. And then I always say start with the median. So make X's like I did or if you want to just count the numbers and get to the middle number, you can do it that way. You don't have to make the X's. Minimum number is your lowest number in your data set. So in this set of data, I'm just looking and I see that the lowest number is 7. My max number is my highest number, and it looks like in this set it would be 19. Okay, and then like I said, line them up from least to greatest to find that Q1, Q3, and your median. Now, this is just getting information from the box plot. So the box plot is already made for us. We're just taking information from it. So it says use the given box plot to determine the 5-number summary. Okay, our minimum number would be the smallest number in the box plot. Now, these are called whiskers. Okay, and the whiskers that come out of the box just point us in the direction of our minimum and maximum numbers. So yes, we have data from here to here, but when you make a box plot, you're really looking at, it's showing you a range of the most occurring data in a data set. Okay, so we're really just trying to see what it is most likely to happen in the set of data that we're looking at. So in this case, the minimum number looks to be 11. And quartile 1, which is the line right here, looks to be about 12. And this is your median, okay? The line in the middle of the box or somewhere in the box, the vertical line inside the rectangle is always your median, and here it is 14. Okay, Q3 is this line on the other side of the rectangle, looks to be about 16. And then we have our max number, which is the highest number in the data set, which looks to be 20. Or I'm sorry, that's just the number line. We have to look at the end of the whisker, which is 18. Okay. Moving on to the next page. It says use your knowledge of box plots to answer the questions below. Determine the range of the number of colleges. Now, range is just the difference between the minimum number and the maximum number. So our maximum number here looks to be about 9, right? We look at the end of the whisker. And then it starts at 0. So we would just do 9 minus 0 to get your answer for number 4. Number 5 said, what is the median number of colleges applied to? Well, we get that data from the vertical line inside the rectangle. So that looks to be 6. What is the interquartile range of the number of college applications? Interquartile range is the difference between Q3 and Q1. So Q3 is 8, Q1 is 4. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. Which quartile represents the greatest spread in data? Okay, which quartile represents the greatest spread in data? It looks to me like there's a lot more data on the left side, right? On the lower half. So I would say Q1.